What's up, guys? It's your boy Zlight here, and today we're going to be talking about how Ash's Infernape can return to the Pokemon anime, possibly in Pokémon Journeys. Now, before I start, I do want to link a video in the description which kind of inspired me to make this video. It's another take on how Ash's Infernape couldn't return, so I did want to give credit, but I'm going to be kind of presenting like a different, more unique theory on it, so I still wanted to make this video. Anyway, here's how I think Ash's Infernape could return to the Pokemon anime. Now, we all know we haven't seen Infernape since the Sinnoh region, and that was so long ago. Like, we haven't seen him since he destroyed Paul's Electivire in the Sinnoh League. Like, literally, we have not seen him since then. So, I was thinking, we've seen his Charizard return. We've seen Sceptile return in the Sinnoh League. We've seen other aces return in Pokemon anime. Now, obviously, that's run dry recently. We haven't seen the return of Ash Greninja or Krookodile. We did recently see his Alola Pokemon when he revisited Alola, which kind of gives me hope that this could happen, but I'm kind of rambling at this point. The main point is how Ash's Infernape specifically could return, because let's be honest, that's one of his most powerful Pokemon, and we have not seen it since the region that it was originated in. We have not seen Infernape in Unova, in Kalos, in Alola, and we haven't seen him in Journeys yet either. So, here's how I think that could be done. And, like I said, it's pretty probable now that Ash is constructing a super powerful team that has a Dragonite, Gengar, Lucario. Infernape fits in kind of well. He doesn't have a fire type yet, and we can get rid of Farfetch'd. We don't need Farfetch'd. Anyway, here's how I think it's going to happen. We've seen that Ash is obviously competing in the Pokemon World Championships. So, him and Go will be traveling somewhere, and randomly he'll get an alert that there's a trainer nearby who's, let's say, a couple ranks, or maybe around him or below him or above him. Not that necessarily important, but he goes and finds this trainer, and it is none other than Paul. He comes up, and Paul is like, oh my god, it's Ash. And they're like, they have this moment, whatever. And then, their conversation starts flowing, and Paul is, a lot nicer now. He respects Ash since his defeat in the Sinnoh League. And the conversation comes up, and Paul remembers that Chimchar he abandoned that eventually grew into the Infernape that beat him in the Sinnoh League. And he asks Ash, and he's like, yo, how's Infernape doing? Where's Infernape? And you see kind of this character change in Paul where he cares. And instead, Ash is like, actually, I haven't battled with Infernape since the Sinnoh region. And then Paul's demeanor kind of changes, and he's like, are you serious? You haven't let Infernape battle in that long? You haven't given him any attention in that long? And then that kind of makes Ash think like, oh my god, I have actually abandoned my Pokemon for this long, just in a research lab, Oak's lab, not doing anything. And Paul is kind of like, he kind of gets mad at Ash for this, and Ash kind of realizes too, he's like, oh my god, I do this with a lot of my Pokemon. And so later they're about to trigger their match, and so Ash is like, hold on 1 second. He goes in the Pokemon Center, he makes a call, and that's where the screen cuts. Then we go, and the battle's about to start. Paul sends out, they could be Electivire, but maybe it's something else, and Ash says, it's been a long time, buddy, and he sends out Infernape. Just think about how epic that would be. He sends out Infernape to battle with Paul one more time since their epic bout. And they could show us this battle, or they could not. That's not the important part. They could actually end it on a cliffhanger because, Ash vs. Paul is one of the most epic battles. So they don't need to necessarily change it with having, show a new battle. But it could just be something like that. That's not the point. But that's the main thing. Paul would be the trigger point for Infernape to return. And not only that, that would be how the anime writers could then start bringing back other Pokemon, because Ash has this realization that he doesn't bring back his old ones. He's neglecting them. So with this, then you start seeing returns of other Pokemon. Maybe Sceptile. Maybe he would travel to Kalos, and instead of going there, like he already went to Kalos and he didn't even think twice about Greninja. Maybe this time he'd go to Kalos and search for Greninja because he's somewhere out in the woods, right? This could be the change to bring back the old Pokemon that we've all wanted. All the viewers want to see the old Pokemon return, and the Pokemon World Championships is a great way to do this. So I think that Paul being the trigger point for Infernape to return would be another leeway into how other old Pokemon could return. So yeah, that's basically the theory. I think that the best way to bring back Infernape and Ash's other Pokemon is to have him have a realization, and I think the best way to do that is the character who's already evolved and built so much like Paul, who can kind of help Ash realize that. So yeah, that's pretty much the theory. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if you guys think that Infernape has a chance of returning. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy Zile. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.